Hey people, today we're out here for a very special video. We're in London and we're going to be showing you guys some slightly off the beaten path, not the usual Eiffel Tower.
I was thinking, what did you say, Eiffel Tower?
Not the usual touristy bits and pieces that you'd be used to looking at, like the Shard and the Eiffel Tower and So we're out here today in London for a very special video, a bit different to the normal type of London exploration videos. We're not going to be taking you to any of the main touristy locations like the London Eye or the Tower Gateway. We're going to be showing you a few different London hidden locations without spending a single penny. This is how magic is made, people. What I love in particular about this place is it's like you're in London, super busy, everything's going crazy around you, and then out of nowhere you walk through these gates and it's like you're in some Zen garden, literally. Like super relaxed, super tranquil, yeah. Completely free to go in. From what we had read, it's essentially a church that was built, well, tons and tons of years ago, I don't know the exact date, but it basically got damaged during the Great Fire of London and damaged during the Blitz as well in World War II, and they just decided not to rebuild it, and they've just let plants and fauna essentially grow all over it, and now it's just a public garden. Beautiful. And it's an amazing idea and it looks gorgeous. It's held up so well. So yeah, that's one location down, absolutely beautiful. You should definitely check that one out. This one, you got to be a little bit sneakier because technically it's for hotel guests. However, if you walk in and you do it with a level of confidence, you get to see this absolute beauty of a place. It's so worth it, especially if you like taking photos. Did you say this way?
Yeah, this way.
Thank you, bro. Kicked out, god damn it. You get the idea.
I like that.
Sometimes you might get longer, sometimes you might get less time, completely depending on what's going on. So you just see what you can get on with. But we were in there long enough to get some photos, videos, that kind of stuff. So yeah, luck of the draw really, but definitely worth heading over. Here we are. Next location is the British Library. We've come over here. It's kind of popular, but I also didn't really know there was a British Library until I googled it. But we've decided to put this one in because I don't think this gets as much hype and attention as a lot of the other bigger museums do. I bet that wind is fun. Oh, hairline has been exposed. So I really like it because it's got all these kind of open grounds and statues and whatnot, which we'll show you in a minute. But it's also just kind of a really tranquil place, and all of the spaces are free to go into.
It's beautiful inside.
And I know I loves books, so that's why we're heading over here today. So we hope it is as beautiful as we've seen online. So we'll see how it goes.
Humanities floor.
Stand by.
Rare books and music. Social network.
What are you doing? Way too intimate. Basically, if you want to go into any of the reading rooms here, so have access to any of the essentially parts where there's actually books, you have to have a reader's pass. I'm guessing that's so it stops tourists just basically walking in and making noise while everyone's trying to study. So it's completely free to apply for. But yeah, that's essentially how you get into all of the different rooms in the British Library, which is pretty cool because some of them are really tranquil. Especially if you struggle to study at home, for example, you can come here and actually study in a place where arguably most of the world's information is stored. It's super interesting. I think it's really cool. Wonderful. So we're at our next location now, which is a little garden space, which is pretty unknown, to be honest. It took us a while to find this one, called Kyoto or Kyoto, however you pronounce that, Gardens. And it's essentially like a Japanese style garden, with all of the kind of oriental kind of what would you call it, design and bridges and architecture and gardens and blah blah blah. Yeah, in London. And it looks unbelievable, doesn't it? So yeah. We're gonna go have a little wander around. I think there's even a little waterfall thing here. It's located inside Holland Park, which is another part of beautiful green space. It looks like this. Yeah, nice. So yeah, we're just walking over there now. Little birds, little animals, best day ever. So we decided to little stop for a little hummus, a little pita bread, and a little sip. Really nice place. Worthwhile. Definitely a lunch spot if you're local. Like just come and just eat lunch in here, have a little wander. Like it's not going to spend hours of your time being here, but realistically, just a couple of minutes. Little lunch stop. Do you all the world a good.